Hi everyone, today I'm going to be talking through my disappointing products. So products that I've tried and I haven't been happy with the results. They either haven't been what I expected or they just let me down. And I know that these videos are quite helpful to you guys, but remember everyone's opinions are different. This is just my opinion. And it feels like there's a lot of products, but actually it's not that much because I've been kind of stashing them up for the past 3 or 4 months. And in comparison to how many products I try and love, it's actually not that much, but I really wanted to talk you through the products just so you had an honest opinion on both the products I love and the products I didn't love. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the Pixi waterproof makeup remover. I really like Pixi. I love the Glow Tonic. This is just the little eye makeup remover. It's one of those like duo phase, I think they're called, and you shake it up. I just found this didn't work that well. I really love the Clarins eye makeup remover. I also like the Charlotte Tilbury one. This one I just like, with an eye makeup remover like this, I expect it to take off all my makeup in one swipe, and I just found that this wasn't quite strong enough. I have a couple of foundations too. This one is the L'Oreal Visible Lift Blur Foundation. I bought this in America when I was in Florida, and I also bought the other liquid foundation. I really like the liquid foundation. It's a very nice drugstore foundation. It's medium coverage, dewy, very nice on the skin. This one I didn't like as much. This is like its silicone sister. It's very slippy and greasy, and I really don't like that texture on my skin. It feels kind of grubby and dirty and doesn't feel nice on my skin. Also, this shade was a terrible match for me, nude beige, but that's not the foundation's fault, it's just a very orangey shade. I just preferred the other one, and there's two for a reason. Depends on what texture you like, and I definitely preferred the liquid foundation. I was also a bit disappointed with Nars' new foundation, which is called the All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation, but I kind of knew that I wasn't going to like it. It's not really aimed at my skin type and what I want from a foundation. It's got really good packaging because it comes with a pump, unlike the Sheer Glow, so good on Nars for doing that. I just didn't really get this foundation. It's meant to be luminous and weightless, but I actually found it really heavy on the skin, and I didn't find it that luminous either. The pigmentation is insane, which I guess is good if you have a lot to cover up. I prefer a lighter, glowy foundation. I found this was just too heavy on my skin, and it didn't blend very well. I just didn't get on with it at all. But yeah, I think this is better for oilier skin types. Nails Inc recently released some new nail polishes, and the collection is called the New White. So it's basically a different take on white nails. It's like colour tinted white, and I was really excited to try these. A lot of people have raved about them. I picked up Whitehall Street and Swan Street. Swan Street is like a minty green, and Whitehall Street is like a greyish colour. So the first one I tried was Swan Street, and I was really disappointed with this because I didn't realise that you needed 3 coats to get an opaque colour. For me, 3 is too many. I can deal with 2, but I haven't got time in my life for 3 coats. And I also find when you do 3 that it's never that even, because you can sometimes see the other layers underneath and it gets a bit patchy. So I was really disappointed with that because these are not cheap. They're like £14, and I got all like up in stressy about it. And then I tried Whitehall Street, and actually the formula of this one for some reason is different and much better. I found that I only needed 2 coats for this. So it was a win and a not so win. I'll probably give this away because I just have other mint polishes that will do it in 2 coats. I always have mascaras in my disappointing products videos because I like to try a lot, and I will know instantly if I like it or not. And if I don't like it, I'm not going to carry on using it, especially if it's a cheap drugstore mascara. So I just kind of throw it in my disappointing products box. So I'm just going to run through quickly the mascaras I didn't like, and I haven't really got a reason why. It's quite hard to describe why you don't like a mascara, but it just didn't work for my lashes. So the first one is Maybelline the Colossal Go Extreme Leather Black. Don't really get the leather thing. This just didn't really work for me at all. Didn't do anything for my lashes. I much prefer the other Maybelline, like the Rocket and the pink packaging with the black feathers, or I can't remember what it's called. I also didn't like the Rimmel Extra Super Lash. I bought this and the 3D lash at the same time, and I really like the 3D lash, and I didn't like this one, so that would be my pick out of the 2. And I also bought Kiko Super Colour Mascara. I bought a blue mascara, and I was so excited about this. I was really looking forward to giving it a go, but I wanted to just have kind of blue tips, so I applied my normal mascara first, and then I put this on top, and I found that it didn't really apply properly. You couldn't really see the blue. I also tried it by itself, and I just didn't find the colour transferred onto my lashes well, and it didn't really do much for my lashes, so that was a shame. Let me know if you have any good coloured mascara recommendations, because I still want to try a good blue mascara. I really love the Bourgeois Rouge Edition Velvet, but like everyone else, I was disappointed with the shade Grand Cru, and I bought this and I forgot that everyone hated it, and I was all excited, and then all of you guys commented like that's the bad one. So I thought I'd give it a go anyway, but you guys are right, it went really patchy. I don't know what it is about the shade. They need to reformulate this one because it's a really nice dark red. I was really excited to try this, but it does go patchy and it's like sheer when you apply it. It's nothing like the other ones. I don't know what went wrong, but this was a bad one. So don't get Grand Cru, get the other shades. I was also really disappointed with this product from Dior, which looks very cute. It's the cheek and lip glow. It looks like a little nail polish. You pull the lid off and then you really do kind of unscrew it like a nail polish. And it has this huge round applicator, a bit like the Clarins kind of honey lip balm thing. But it's a really, really watery formula. So it doesn't work as a blusher for me because it's so watery that it shears out to nothing. And if it even had colour to it, it would just go all over my face. And for a lip stain, like a lip glow, it's okay. It's kind of very watery and slips off the lip and hasn't got much colour to it. I just think this was a bit of a kind of gimmicky, didn't really do much product. On a recent trip to the drugstore, I picked up this from Rimmel. It's the Lasting Finish Concealer Corrector. And I was annoyed... Doorbell! And I was a bit annoyed about this before I'd even tried it because one, it comes in like 3 shades and they're all really, really light, very much aimed at white skin. I know this is very common in the drugstore, but this one I was just particularly shocked at the terrible choice of shades. Even for my skin tone, I struggled to find the right one, so I can't even imagine how hard it is if you have darker skin tones. It's like a hard concealer, and I thought this might be similar to the Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage Concealer, which I like to use on spots. Also, I bought it from Superdrug, so the whole thing is completely sticky. I don't know why they can't put the security tags on like the bottom or something, but it's just, it kind of ruins the whole product. I just didn't get on that well with this. The colour didn't suit me. I found it to be a little bit too stiff and hard to work with. Also a little bit greasy. That's something so common I find with drugstore concealers, that they're quite greasy on the skin. And I would only really use a concealer, this formula, if it was like the Laura Mercier one and lasted throughout the whole day, but this one just didn't last for me, so I was very disappointed with that. Oh, I have another thing from Dior. This is their Creme or Cream Apricot Edition Limited. Okay, wait, I've just read out all the French. It's the Fortifying Cream for Nails. And I thought, oh, that sounds really interesting. And it comes in this little pot and it's like red and glossy and beautiful, and it's apricot, which is like my favourite scent. Actually, it doesn't smell that apricot-y, but oh, it does a little bit actually. I like the smell of apricot. So this is like a cream, and I read the instructions and it said just rub it into your cuticle area to moisturise, but it's like the stickiest cream ever. I rubbed all over my nails and I was like, now what do I do? I feel like I need to wash it off. It was just so sticky and tacky and uncomfortable and greasy, and I felt like I couldn't touch anything for hours. And maybe I'm using it wrong, let me know if I am, but I read the instructions and it said just rub it onto your cuticles and leave it to soak in, but it was really quite unpleasant. I even tried using it at night and I woke up with like greasy cream all over my face. So I don't really get this product, but I'm not going to say it's terrible because maybe I'm using it wrong, but I didn't enjoy using it when I did. Next up is this eye tint from Becca, and it's in the shade Baroque. So these are like, they have lip tints, cheek tints. It's like a little liquid that you can blend on, but this is an eyeshadow form. I just found, I don't know if it's the shade, but I found this to be so sheer that when you blend it out there's literally no colour, and it's very wishy-washy, which I guess you can put a wash of colour on your lid, but I found it to be quite messy. I feel like cream eyeshadows are just way easier to use. This was too liquidy for me, and I don't know, I wouldn't use this again, so it's in a disappointed products video. Okay, I have 2 more products. This one is from Tom Ford, and I feel like this is quite famous and quite well known. You will recognise it when I open it. It's their Shade and Illuminate. So you open it up, it's got a big mirror, and it's a cream highlighter and a cream bronzer. I don't know what I was expecting, but the bronzer is far too orange for me and the highlighter is far too white for me. They're just completely the wrong shades. If this was like a slightly grey brown and this was a slightly goldeny highlight, then I would probably love it, although cream contours are quite hard. But this is a nice formula. I just found the shades just didn't work for me at all. Maybe this would work if you're Kim Kardashian, but not if you're Lily Pebbles. Okay, finally, this from YSL. Cutest packaging ever. I was really excited to see what was inside this. But inside, wait, what's it called? It's called the Touche Éclat Blur Perfector. And I mean, it took me reading about this product about 5 times until I could kind of figure out what it was. It's very confusing, but I think you can use this over your makeup. It's like a cream to powder, or you can use it as a primer. So it's this funny like balm that you rub your finger on, and then it feels like a powder. I mean, it's quite clever. It feels a bit like the Hourglass Veil when you rub it on, But I tried it over my makeup, I tried it under my makeup, I tried it a million different ways, and it just felt greasy. I obviously have a thing about this greasy texture, but anything that feels slippy and greasy, I hate that texture on my skin. And I just don't really get what this does for my makeup. It didn't do anything for mine personally. Rubbing a balm on top of my makeup, I didn't enjoy that, and it's too slippy and greasy to use as a primer, so this is a bit of a weird one for me. I didn't know what to do about this. So those are all the products that have disappointed me over the last few months, and I will keep collecting and do these videos every now and again because I know that they're helpful. I really enjoy watching them. So give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I'll see you guys on Sunday for my next video. Bye!